So I really did. Like that's not an exaggeration. I lost about $20,000 in 2 days. It's actually a little less than 2 days, but that was the easiest way to show it. And my honest emotion is I don't care. I really don't care. Actually, I'm a little excited about it, and I'm going to explain why because it seems kind of counterintuitive, although it shouldn't. So I actually have the perfect story to go with this, right? Because it's Christmas time, so we're all Christmas shopping, and I'm no different. My son is really into shoes right now. He's a teenager, but I'm not spending $400 on a pair of shoes. So I went to the Nike outlet, right? You can find shoes much cheaper there. And when I was there, they opened at 9. I got there like 8:45. I didn't even know that was the time they opened. But there's a line of people outside. So in my head, I'm like, dude, there must be something crazy going on. And it turns out it's like that every morning, right? Which I wasn't even aware of. And as soon as the doors open, people are just bananas, like bum rushing all the way to the back of the store to get the shoes because they're on sale, right? They're cheaper than they would be if you bought them online or at Foot Locker or something like that. So my point is, we understand that. We understand if we want to buy something and it's on sale, we go out of our way to get that item on sale, right? But when that same thing happens in the stock market, which is how I lost my 20 grand, is there was a dip, right? The Federal Reserve came out and made some announcements that kind of threw people off, and the stock market dipped and reacted right away. And there goes my 20K. But my point is, when that happens in the stock market, people get emotional. They see how much value they just lost, how much money they just lost, and then they sell, and that compounds it, and it falls more, right? Instead of seeing it as an item that they wanted to buy anyway, that's now on sale, and doubling down on it, the way they did in this case in the shoes that I was talking about. So there's a disconnect there. And like the title of the video said, I lost 20K. I don't care. I'm excited because I see it the same way. I now get to go buy stock at a discount. And I'm confident that within time, the stock is going to recover and reach all-time highs. I don't need the money today or tomorrow, so I have the time to wait, so I buy more. I guess the overall point is that investing should not be emotional. It should not be an emotional decision. And as humans, we need to take the emotions out as much as possible. It can be difficult because, especially when you're new to investing, if you see your money disappear overnight, obviously it's going to have an effect on you, right? If you're new. I'm 4 years in, so I'm not super seasoned, but I also started investing during the peak of COVID. So the world was ending, the stock market was already crashing. That's when I started investing. So I guess you can consider me a contrarian. I like to buy things when they're on a discount. So it's pretty easy for me. But yeah, so the way that I try to focus myself, because like I said, emotions can still get involved. So the way that I try to mitigate that is I try to automate as much as possible, which means that, number one, I dollar cost average, which means that every time I get paid, there is a part of my check that goes to buying the stocks that I've already pre-selected, and that happens regardless. If the stock market is up, if it's flat, if it's down, it's buying the same amount. And I do that consistently. There's no emotion involved. I don't think about it. I don't look at it half the time. There's a part two to that, though, because like I said, I am a contrarian. I like to buy things on sale. So I also do, I've heard it called drip investing. Call it whatever you want. Doesn't matter. But I have a little bit of money set aside that's in my brokerage account. And that money is just sitting there waiting for an opportunity. Like we saw the other day when my account was down 20 grand. I went in and I used that money to buy more. So I do dollar cost averaging, same amount, right? Every couple weeks. There's money on the side. When the stock market has a big dip or a big move down, I use some of that extra money to buy extra stocks. So I'm doubling down on my positions. And then when they recover, I recover faster because I brought my cost basis down because I bought more of the same stock at a discount. And my gains are larger. So I guess my point is take emotion out of it. Don't let fear make you make bad decisions. And just stay consistent. There's going to be tons of videos, tons of news articles where the world is ending, the stock market is crashing, the biggest bubble we've ever seen is right around the corner. That kind of information sells. Maybe there is a crash coming, maybe there's not. I have no idea. You have no idea. Nobody has any idea. So just stay consistent. If there is a crash, double down, buy more, and when it recovers, you'll be rich. Anyway, I hope you got something out of this, and I'll talk to you next week.